Well, another big story today is at the Capitol, where a special session is being called on Monday. This after weeks of extra meetings and also budget negotiations. Fox 9's Corin Hoggard has been there for all of it. He joins us now live from the Capitol. Corin, we've been talking about this with you every day, little by little, some developments, some not. So what finally got them over the hump and just ready to go at this point?
Yeah, Simone, we saw like incremental progress over the 18 days since the regular session ended. We finally ended with this signed agreement right here, which you can't read, but I can, which tells you that the 4 legislative leaders and the governor all signed off on there being 14 bills. A lot of them, they said, you know, they saved the hard work for last. And so a lot of the toughest things that they had to do, they did right here at the end. We saw a few new bills pop up and bills we thought had been dead, so they call those zombie bills. We saw a couple of those come up, and that may have gotten them to the finish line where they agreed to suspend the rules and do this all in one day, hopefully. So one of those things is, you know, capital investment probably gets some Senate Republicans on board, and a data centers standalone bill that they have just created probably helps get the taxes bill through. So things like that really probably got them here to the finish line.
And Corin, one of the biggest hurdles that we have talked about involved cutting undocumented adults from MNCare. So do we know how that's working out?
Yes, Simone, a couple of things there. The undocumented adults being cut from MNCare will travel as its own standalone bill. It will not be in the health bill, but to make all of that kind of a guarantee, the Republicans got the governor and the DFL leaders to agree to put in the actual health bill that there will not be any funding for the Department of Health if that standalone bill that cuts MNCare for undocumented adults does not become law. So that basically makes sure that the DFL will provide the votes to pass that, and Governor Walz will sign it.
Well, you said some movement. We've had our dates circled. I remember you mentioning those to us before. Is there any indication that this could all still fall apart at this point?
I mean, it's potentially a thing that could happen. They're still going to maybe do amendments between now and Monday. We just saw the transportation working group meeting, and they were getting blasted by some county commissioners because of some of the elements in there. So potential for some change there, and, you know, they're going to have to whip votes. So between now and Monday, they have to make sure that they're going to have enough votes to pass all of these bills. And if they don't, then that's going to create a whole new set of problems, although they are, you know, negotiating with unions to avoid having to send out layoff notices that are due on Monday. But if they don't get everything done in time, that really is by 7 a.m. on Tuesday, because that's technically when the one legislative day ends. If they don't finish everything by Tuesday at 7 a.m., a lot of government workers are going to get layoff notices, because at that point the government shutdown would be less than 21 days away.
Yeah, a lot of puzzle pieces, of course, would have to be moved. Special session coming Monday. Corin Hoggard reporting live from the state capitol tonight. Thank you, Corin.